My name is Josh Thomas from WiiFolder.com, and I'm here to take you through a video tour of DK Barrel Blast on the Wii. So sit back, relax, stick a banana down your pants, and enjoy. Here we are at the main menu screen. There's 8 different options in all here, 4 on each side, and for the most part in this video I'm going to be showing you the basics of the game's racing, and as well as the items, the characters, and the different courses. That would be this option right here. In another video, I'm going to show you some of this extra stuff like the tutorials there, the Candy Kong sort of challenge mode, and even stuff like the time trials here. But let's get started. I want to jump into the basics of the racing so that you can see just how crazy this Kong racer is. Here's where you would select how many players are going to be playing. As you can tell, the game uses the Wii remote and the nunchuck. Here's the data screen. Basically, you select your Mii, and then everything you unlock and all your high scores and everything would save to this profile. So we'll press OK and move right along. Alright, now things are going to get much more interesting. This is the character selection screen. First thing I want to point out is that all the characters have separate stats, as you can see. Different strength, speed, turning, and so on. I'll go ahead and list all the characters for you here. There's DK. Then over here we have Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, Lanky Kong, Tiny Kong, Funky Kong, Wrinkly Kong, and then finally Cranky Kong. Down on the bottom here are all the Kremlings, starting with Critter. This guy's Kip, I think he's a new character. Over here is Cass, again I think she's also a new character. Copter, Calypso, Kludge, Clamp, and then finally King K. Rool. They all start with the letter K. Oh yeah, and the question mark will just randomize what character you pick. I'm gonna pick Funky Kong though, because, well, he's got cut-up jeans, shades, and a bandana. Badass. Here's the difficulty levels. Easy, normal, and then hard. It's kind of like Mario Kart, you know, 50cc, 100cc, 150cc. Just play it on hard because, well, the game's a lot more speedy that way. Up next is the level selection. It's kind of like Mario Kart, you know, with the cups, but this time they can range anywhere from 3 races up to 5 races. And you'll also notice that you get trophies, bronze, silver, or gold. I have all gold, ladies. This option down here would just randomize a cup for you. And this option here is really awesome. What it does is it allows you to make your own custom cup with all of your favorite levels. There's 7 worlds in all. Starting with the DK Jungle, the Tropical Beach Course, the Lava Volcano, the Desert, the Snow World, the sort of Sky World, and then finally there's even a Space Course. There's 16 levels in all. I'm going to pick a DK Jungle Course and, well, let's see, a Volcano Course. And we'll start things up. By the way, when you make your own cup, you can pick anywhere from 2 to 5 different courses. Alright, so the basic controls for this game might be a little bit weird at first, but trust me, you'll probably get used to them very quickly. Basically, you're going to be making drumming motions with the Wii Remote and the nunchuck. So drum the controllers as fast as you can. I got my max speed now, so I only have to worry about drumming left and drumming right. Pressing the A button on the Wii Remote will allow you to do a combat move. You can use this to take out other players and also break open barrels. Now, if you end up getting hit by something, you want to drum the controllers as fast as you can, and then that will once again build up your max speed. This is pretty cool. By shaking the Wii Remote left, right, up, or down, you can perform these style moves, which will end up giving you some bonus bananas. You use the bananas in the game to perform these crazy, speedy, fast, wild moves. The melon item that I have here will make me invincible. It's kind of like the star in Mario Kart. You just press the B trigger to use items. Now I have the hot sauce. What that does is it gives me a whole nother wild move to use. You have to collect 50 bananas in order to use a wild move. You see the little meter on the side? Each one of those flames is actually one wild move. So here we go with more tricks. You can only do these when you're shot out of a red barrel, by the way. I actually didn't do too great that time. Obviously, you can jump in the game. You do this by flicking up on the Wii Remote and the nunchuck at the same time. The Klepto Eagle item I have here will attack whoever's directly behind me. And this purple parrot item will attack whoever's in front of me. So right here we have sort of like a sequence of barrels that you can jump into, and they kind of give you a boost over all the other players. Oh, and by the way, to use your wild move, you just press any direction on the analog stick. Okay, let's see. Oh crap, I'm in 4th place and the race is almost over. One last quick boost and oh, you know what? I think I got 1st place there. Let's see. Yeah! You see, I like to keep you guys on your toes, never knowing what's gonna happen. At the end of each race, you get points. Like, I got 10 for 1st, then 8, 6, 4. It's pretty much like Mario Kart. And then at the end of a cup, you know, whoever has the most points is the winner. Now, I went ahead and edited this because I wanted to switch characters. I'm going to be playing as Copter. I figured it would be better for you to see at least 2 of the characters in action. You can get a boost at the start of a race if you flick both of the controllers at the right time. You're going to want to perfect that because, well, then you'll start with your max speed. So this course is a lot more difficult than the one that I just played, mainly because, well, there's tons of obstacles here, like those giant spiky balls. I gotta watch out for the spiky balls. The character that I'm playing as now has some really good turning and some pretty good speed, but he's not very strong. Oh, yeah, see, when I get hit by something, it's gonna take me longer to build my max speed back up. Now, throughout a lot of the courses, you can jump into these barrel cannons, and they'll give you a little bit of a speed burst. The item that I have here is a tornado. What it does is it'll steal bananas from other players, and you definitely need a lot of bananas in this game because, well, like I said earlier, 50 bananas would equal 1 wild move. And the wild move, as you can see here, is a giant burst of speed. So, scattered around the course, you can pick up single bananas, but then you can also pick up bunches of bananas, which would be 5 of them. Okay, so I have the pineapple launcher item. What it does is, well, it will shoot a pineapple at whoever's in front of me. Never mess with anyone who's holding a pineapple launcher. Trust me, I found that out the hard way. As you can probably tell, a common obstacle that you're going to have to avoid are these TNT barrels. They look like the regular barrels, but they have TNT written on them, and they explode and hurt. So you kind of got to keep your eye out for those. So just to talk a little bit about the graphics in the game, well, for the most part, this was really designed on the GameCube, so it looks like a GameCube game. But, you know, that doesn't mean it can't look good, and for the most part, this is a pretty decent looking game. The textures in the game are pretty nice looking, the character models are well designed and well animated. You know, nothing that couldn't have been done on the GameCube here, but at the same time, it's not an ugly game. Yeah, so as you can see there, you can get the TNT as an item. What it will do is everybody in front of you will get, well, exploded, if you will. Also, for a little short period of time, your controls will be inverted, so left will be right and right will be left. Not really fun when it happens to you. It's kind of like the lightning in Mario Kart, actually. In case I didn't mention it earlier, the reason that you want to constantly be breaking open all these barrels on the courses is because they contain bananas. This game relies heavily on being able to have a bunch of bananas stocked up to use your wild moves. A lot of people wanted to know if your hands and your arms get tired from playing this game, and for the most part, no. You're not going to get tired from drumming the controllers. Because mainly, you really don't have to drum them, like, you know, in huge movements. You can make smaller movements and it's going to work just as well. So, no, I don't think you're going to destroy your hand from playing this game. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, can this game use the bongo controllers that were on the GameCube and all that? The answer is no. And I know that seems strange, but I think it actually makes more sense because how would you have been able to use your items and use the wild moves with just the drum? It just wouldn't have been possible. This is pretty cool. You can actually run into these boxes that are scattered on courses, and you get to ride on some of the classic animals from the Donkey Kong Country games. You can also jump into mine carts and toboggans. There's just tons of references to classic Donkey Kong games here. Now, if you want a little bit more challenge out of the game, there's a barrel breaking combination type feature in it. See, as I'm doing here, when you use your wild moves, the idea is that you continuously smash into the regular barrels and you build up a combo. And you can just get crazy with this when you become really good at the game. I have the bees as my item, and what happens is if somebody runs into them, they'll clang onto you and you have to shake the controllers really fast to get them off. Oh, and there's 16 items in the game. So, I think that pretty much wraps up this video tour for DK Barrel Blast. Oh, by the way, you see the little D there? That you get a grade rating after every race. I got a D because I didn't pull off many combos at all. It goes by A, B, C, or D. So let's see which ranking I got here. Let's see. Oh, King K. Rool is pretty ticked off about getting third. Cranky Kong's on the second place tree stump. And who's got the biggest tree stump of all? Yeah! So there you go. That's DK Barrel Blast. It comes out October 7th in North America. It's a fun game. It's not great, but it is good. It's lacking a little bit of polish, but when it comes to just a lot of fun multiplayer, this game definitely delivers. You get to play as Cranky Kong. What more do you people want?